So it is inverse function of differentiation. When we differentiate a function, we write it this way: d by dx of whatever we want to differentiate, right? So this is the symbol of differentiation. We are differentiating y with respect to x. Similarly, when we integrate y with respect to x, the symbol is y dx. Are you able to hear? Anis, any problem? From my end, there is no problem with the mic. Okay. So when we integrate y with respect to x, this is the symbol of integration. And these are inverse function. That means if I differentiate x square, differentiation will give me 2x. And now if I integrate 2x, so if I substitute y as 2x, then 2x dx, this integration gives us x square. Let's see how. Yesterday we discussed the formula for x to the power n that I can use here. So 2 I can take out, and I need to integrate x to the power 1 with respect to x. So x to the power 1 formula is, in power we add 1, and whatever we have written in power, same thing we write in denominator, right? Plus a constant into 2 times. If you simplify this one, this 2, denominator 2, and this 2, they will get cancelled out, and you are getting x square plus
c.
Plus c. Now, why we are writing c? Anyone? Why we are writing c?
Sir, because there's a constant express.
See, whether I differentiate x
Sorry.
square or I differentiate x square plus 2, in both the cases, I am going to get the same result this side. Whether I differentiate x square or I differentiate x square plus some constant, I am going to get the same 2x. That means when we retrieve the function after integrating this 2x square, there can be a constant here which will have non-zero value. In first case, this non-zero value is 0. Sorry, this constant will have value 0. In second case, this constant is having value 2. So as initially we won't be knowing what is the value of this constant, we just write it c. How to get the value of c? That we will learn when we will be integrating a function in a limit. So how to do that, that we will understand later. But for time being, whenever we are integrating without any limit, that integration is called indefinite integral. And whenever we have indefinite integral, in the last we add integration constant, that is c. So this is what we have learned. Gautam, any problem? Now let's get into integration. So it is an inverse operation of differentiation, right? So when we differentiate x square plus 3, we will get 2x this side, and when we integrate 2x, we must get this function, right? And what is the symbol of integration? I already told. This is the symbol of integration, dx here, and this is the symbol of integration. So when you integrate a particular function, just a moment. When you integrate a particular function, function will get changed, and then you will get a constant here, right? I hope no one is having any doubt up to this point. So those came late, I just make them understood. Till now, inverse operation of differentiation, what we have learned last week, is integration, right? And this mathematical tool will have some formula that we have to learn first, and we will use those formula. So the integration we are discussing, this is called indefinite integral, because we are not integrating for a particular range of x. When we integrate for particular range of x, that is called definite integral. So like x to the power n differentiation, we have x to the power n integration. In power, you have to add 1 and then divide by the same thing, plus integration constant. Here n should not be -1. So what happens when n become -1? That we will see later. So this was the formula, first formula we learned. Then trigonometric function, integration of sine will give you minus cos. Do remember that this is the place where maximum student commit mistake, right? So integration of sine is minus cos. If it is written in this format, ax plus b, then its integration will be minus cos ax plus b, and whatever written in front of x, that will come in denominator. Then we discuss what is the integration of cos ax plus b. So cos gets converted into sine, and whatever written inside as it is, this will come in denominator plus constant. Similarly, we have these formulas. We know that the differentiation of tan is sec square x. That means integration of sec square x must be 10x. Similarly, differentiation of cot x is minus cosec square x. So integration of cosec square x will be cot x. Sec x differentiation was sec x 10x. Its integration will be this. It's easy to remember the formula if you have already remembered the formula for differentiation. Same way, we have this differentiation of cosec x will be minus cosec x cot x. So integration of cosec x into cot x will be minus cosec x. So these are the important trigonometric function whose formula we must remember. Then comes logarithmic and exponential function. So see, I said x to the power n integration is x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus a constant where n should not be equal to -1. So what happens when n is equal to -1?
Undefined.
The formula will be different then.
1 by x, log x.
Yes, very good. So integration of this one, 1 upon x is ln x, means natural log x. Sometime it will be directly given as 1 upon x, but sometime it will be given something like this, 1 upon 2x plus 3. Like you can see what is written here. So integration of this term, according to the formula, I'll use log 2x plus 3
by 2
divided by 2
plus
plus,
3.
right? So this is integration of 1 upon x or x to the power -1. Same formula we can extend for these format, right? Now, exponential function. Exponential function is the only function which exactly remains same, right? So integration of this term will be same term, but only thing we have to divide whatever coefficient we have in front of x plus a constant. So these are the formula we frequently use. Okay. And now some rules. So if any constant is written, we will take the constant out and we will integrate the function. For example, if it is written 2x and I want to integrate it, can you tell me what is the integration? 2x integration.
2x square plus c, sir.
2 I'll take out,
X
and
square
then I
by
have to integrate
X square by
to the power 1. 2
X
x to the
square
power
by
1 integration will be x square
X
by
square by 2.
2 plus C.
plus a constant. So x square plus constant will be the integration, right? Take constant out, integrate the function. This is the rule. Sum and difference rule. So same as differentiation, if two functions are added or subtracted, we will individually integrate them, and whatever be the sign in between, that sign should be placed here. For example, sine 2x minus x cube, or let it be 4x cube. If I want to integrate this, can you tell me the integration?
First take constant out.
There is no constant anywhere for first term.
Okay. Sin 2x minus cos 2x.
This way I can write now. First I'll try to simplify. First I'll try to simplify. Then this contains a constant. That constant I'll take out. So now this comes in
4 by 4.
Integral sin 2x dx.
what beta? By sin 2x integration we know na. Sin will get converted into cos
By 2 cos
2x, and whatever written in front of x, that must be written in denominator. Correct or not?
Minus cos 2x, no sir.
Very good. Minus. I already told you most of the time we will be committing mistake here. So minus cos 2x minus 4 integration of this
x
X to the power of 4 by 4. 4 will get cancelled.
plus a constant, integration constant. Simplify. This is the answer. So this is the rule for sum and difference. I hope it is clear. So we discussed few problem. I am not going to discuss again in the last class, right? Now we will learn a new thing. So these all problem we discussed in the last class, right? Anyone having any problem in any of the problem what I discussed in the last class? All are clear, I feel. Let's move to next one. Sometime what happens, our function is not that simple. It might be little complicated. For example, this so we can integrate, but if I give you x square plus 1 to the power 3 by 2, how to integrate this? Anyone?
Sir, first we need to do x power and formula.
By that you won't get.
Sir, assuming x square plus 1 is equal to u.
Sorry, huh? Correct?
Assuming x square plus 1 is equal to u.
Yes, very good. See what is happening here. I know x square integration, but I don't know x square plus 1 to the power 3 by 2 integration. Anything written in this format, x to the power n, I know the integration. Apart from this, anything else is written, I don't know the integration. So there we use substitution method. Like we had the chain rule in differentiation. Similarly, we have substitution method here.
We take x square plus 1 equals.
We will assume something over here, and with the help of that we can integrate, right? So if it is not written in very simple format, then using substitution method we can make it simple first and then we can integrate. Okay, so substitution method is something is written in a particular format. That format I discussed in the last class. We'll assume something and we will integrate the function. So this all we have discussed. Few problem on substitution method we already covered in the last class. I'll take few new problem, and let's see. For example, this one. This is the simplest one, easiest one. Can you tell me the integration of this one? But if here power 2 is written, I would have opened it x square plus
4 plus 2x. 4x.
individually we will do integration and put the symbol whatever be the between these two, but here it is not easy to open the bracket.
Substitution method, sir.
Yes, sir. Substitution.
Substitution method, try, tell me the answer. Substitute something and try to,
Sir,
5 power
u power
6
6 by 6.
and u is what?
Sir, u is x plus 2.
X plus 2 whole power 6 by 6 plus c, sir.
6 by 6, very good. So here if x plus 2 is considered some constant, and I need to substitute the value of dx as well. So if I differentiate this term, this will come dx by du plus differentiation of constant is 0. We are differentiating with respect to u. So here 1 we will get. That means from here I have dx is equal to du. Now let's substitute all the value. So this is u to the power 5 and dx is du. Now it is in very simple format. I can integrate u to the power 6 by 6 plus c, but we have to report the answer in terms of x. So I'll substitute the value back, x plus 2 to the power 6 by 6. Okay, simple. Integrate this one. Second one, try second one. By anyone not understanding any point anywhere, just tell me immediately, because slowly I'll increase the level. Anyone got? Most of the physics problem will have the mathematical expression coming in this format. So integration of these format is very
1 by 2 into log 1 plus x square to the base e, sir.
1 by 2 log
1 plus x square
1
base
plus
e.
x square base e.
Base e.
Log I cannot see. I cannot see log appearing in the integration. You check the calculation once. Anyone else? You see? But one thing is clear, this is not a very simple format, right? So using substitution, I can integrate. What do you think? What to be assumed?
Assume it as u 1 plus x square.
1 plus x square
1
equal
plus x square. If I assume u,
to
if only inside part you assume something, na, then only it will be constant. Sorry, then only it can be simplified. Don't assume with under root. Only assume this something. Let's check.
U power 1 by 2.
0, 2x dx by du, because we are differentiating with respect to u. As we are differentiating with respect to u and u is here, this is 1. That means 2x dx can be written du. Anyone having any problem in this equation? So in place of x dx, I can write du by 2, right? So here itself I am writing. So du by 2, and then here I am getting under root u, because this I assumed u. This if I can integrate, I'll get the answer. Simple approach. So 1 by 2 is constant. I'll take the constant out. I can move this to numerator, u to the power minus 1 by 2 du. X to the power n formula I can use. X to the power n formula if I use, u to the power minus 1 by 2
Plus 1.
plus 1
5
minus
minus 1 by 2. Plus 1.
plus some
Plus
constant.
3.
Okay. So I can see this 1 by 2 and this 1 by 2 is getting cancelled.
U to the power 1 by 2 plus c.
Under u plus c. And we have to report answer in terms of
1
x.
plus x square.
So under root 1 plus x square. Now clear?
Yes, sir.
But I hope it is clear. Someone gave answer in terms of log, why log is not coming. So you have to analyze what is given as a function, and you have to see if we assume something in the given function, is it becoming easy or it is becoming more complicated? If you assume this something, it is not becoming easy now. It is becoming more complicated. If I assume only this, then it is becoming very easy and we can simplify. Okay, I hope approach is clear.
Once explain again, sir.
This was the function. We don't know the integration of these type of complicated function. I am taking help of substitution method. What I am doing, I will see the function. If I assume something over here, then I see, because x square differentiation will give me 2x. So I can see this x and dx going together in the form of du. This is what is written. So u is equal to 1 plus x square. We are differentiating with respect to u, right? So du, or we differentiate with respect to x. If you are not comfortable with u, we differentiate this with respect to x. Du by dx this side, this is constant 0, this is 2x, no problem. Du can be written 2x dx. So out of this x dx, I can substitute du by 2. So here I have written du by 2. And then in place of x 1 plus x square, what we have assumed, we will substitute. So after simplifying the function, see what we are getting. X to the power n format, and its integration we already know. So using the integration of x to the power n, we got under root u. Substituting the value back, we got this expression. Now I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now try this third one. I hope what is written is clear. This is x square in bracket sine, instead of sine cube x, it is written sine x cube. This we want to integrate. Question is, what is the integration of this? Yes, anyone got?
Sir, is it minus 1 by 3 cos x cube?
Minus 1 by 3 cos x cube. Okay.
Yes, sir. Minus 1 by 3 cos cube plus c.
If I assume something over here,
We should assume x cube as u. Yeah.
this as u, x cube, du by dx, differentiation. Power will come in front. From power we subtract 1. U is equal to 3x square dx. X square dx. Look at this term. This is x square dx. These two can be replaced by du by 3. Du by 3. So here I am writing du by 3. And inside sine, we have x cube, that we have assumed u. So we have sine u. 3 I can take out integration of sine u with respect to u. Minus cos, right? So this will give you minus cos u. And this 3 plus integration constant. Let's substitute the value of u. So minus cos x cube by 3 plus c. Correct. Very good. This one, similar function I discussed in the last class. Let's see fourth one. This we can directly tell.
Sir, I'm getting the same answer, sir. Like the C1.
No, it is not same. Is there any difference between cos cube 30 degree or cos cube pi by 6 cos pi by 6 cube? Is there any difference?
Yes, sir.
That is the difference between C option and D option. Let's see. What we supposed to do? Anyone? If I assume this cos function as something, du by dx is minus sin x, no problem.
Minus cos cube x by 3 plus c.
Okay. Okay. So here du is equal to minus sin x dx. That means sin x dx, sin x dx, this I can write du. So integration, in place of cos, I am going to write u. Cos square is written, that means u square du. And then this minus sign, minus du I am writing. So if you integrate this one, you will get u cube by 3 with minus sign plus constant. What is u? U is cos x. So cos x whole cube is coming now. Divide by 3 with minus sign. Earlier, if you see this one, this is cos x cube. Cos x cube. This is cos x whole cube. That is the basic difference between this and this. Though they look similar, but they are different. By understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One is cos cube x cube and one is just minus cos x cube.
Right. They are different. They are not same. Okay, let's take two more function which we frequently face. Look at this. So most of the time in physics, format will be either this one, or the previous one what I discussed. This one. So these basic integration, if we have idea, we can easily solve the question in physics, right? Okay. What to do? Question is what to do. 1 upon 1 plus x square. How to integrate this function?
1 plus x whole power minus 1.
Substitute, sir.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Substitution method, sir.
Okay, substitution. What to
1 plus
substitute?
x square is u.
Okay, as you say, u is equal to 1 plus x square. Okay, du is equal to 0 plus 2x dx. If I start substituting the value, so this is coming u, this is coming u according to u, and dx in that case will be du by 2x. Du by 2x. Now how you will integrate this one, because two different variables are coming now. U is coming, x is coming. If you
So
look at the
1 plus
previous
Sir, I
cases,
got log 1 plus x square plus c.
no, first try to listen what I am saying. If you understand the difficulty now, then only you will approach the problem correctly. In all of the problem, see here I assumed x cube something so that this x square get merged with dx. X square got merged with dx. X square got merged with dx, and that I directly assume du. Similarly, here what I did, I assumed this to be something so that this additional function gets merged with this dx. But if in this case you assume 1 plus x square as something, there is no x in numerator which I can assume or combine with dx. If in numerator x is written, assume that in numerator x is written, then this would have been the correct approach. U is equal to 1 plus x square, dx is equal to 2x dx, and out of that x dx I can assume du by 2. But now the problem is we don't have any x in numerator. So that means with the help of this substitution, I am unable to integrate. I hope everyone understood the difficulty I am facing to integrate. If I assume 1 plus x square as u, anything else? Anyone? Think again. By one thing assure that you have to use substitution method, but what to substitute, that you have to think.
Sir, 1 by u is equals to log u plus c. That we can do, sir.
1 by u.
1 by u is equals to log u plus c.
No. When I wrote 1 plus x square as u, the format I was getting is du divided by x under root, u. This I cannot integrate now because x I cannot take out. X is not a constant. X depends on u, u depends on x. So if we have a quantities, different quantities which are interrelated, I cannot take that one of the quantity out. If instead of u there might be some 5, 2, 3, 4 constant, that I can take this out and this I can integrate. But now we are getting x over here which depends on u. These are interrelated. I cannot take this x out. So that was the difficulty I was facing. Now I am saying, is there any other substitution that comes in your mind by which we can easily integrate this? So these are the two most interesting integration we have that frequently occur in problems in physics. That's why separately I'm dealing this. So sometimes what happens with the experience, you learn something. Here, if I substitute x is equal to tan theta, assume x is equal to tan theta. Right now you must be thinking why I am assuming x is equal to tan theta. When this will get simplified, then you will be having idea. Let's see. So dx by d theta will be differentiation of tan theta. Anyone? Differentiation of tan theta?
Secant square theta. Secant
Sec
square.
square theta, very good. Sec square theta. That means in place of dx, I can write sec square theta d theta. So this dx, I'll substitute. And here, 1 as it is. And in place of x, I'll write tan theta. So let's substitute the values. 1 plus tan square theta into sec square theta d theta. And what is 1 plus tan square theta?
Secant square theta.
Sec square theta, right? So this will be sec square theta. In numerator, we have sec square theta.
1 by 1.
This will get cancelled out. That means we need to integrate d theta. We need to integrate d theta, right? What is the integration of dx?
X plus c.
X plus c. So if I write dz, then integration is z only. But differentiation and integration, they are reverse function now, so they will cancel each other. Directly I can say it will become x. So if I am integrating d theta, its integration will be what?
Theta.
Theta plus c. But I have to report answer in terms of x. What is theta?
Tan inverse x.
Tan inverse x. I'll get this term here. So tan inverse x plus c is the integration of this term, tan inverse x plus c.
Sir, why you taken x equals to tan theta, sir? We can take other function also.
You tell me the function, I'll take that. I am very happy if I get any other function here. You tell me the function, I'll do in front of you. What do you
Sin
like?
x, sin
Huh?
x, sir.
Sin
Sin
x.
x.
X is equal to sin theta, huh? This is what you want, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it. Dx by d theta is equal to cos theta. Dx is equal to cos theta d theta. Let's substitute. So here I am getting 1 upon 1 plus sine square theta. And then in place of dx, I'll add cos theta d theta. Tell me the integration of this. Instead of making the function simple, you have made the function more complicated. This you cannot simplify further, na? But see, when I assume tan theta over here, 1 plus tan theta as it is sec square theta, in numerator also sec theta is coming. These two will get cancelled out. We got in this simple format.
Sir, then it will work with cot square theta also, right?
It will work. Trigonometric function will have relations, right? So
Yes, sir.
you have to see in what format answer is given. According to the format, you will decide what to do. But right now, we are not talking about but different format you can get. I am telling you how to integrate a little complicated function using substitution method. Up from next time onwards, when you see 1 upon x square, immediately one thing will come in your mind that x, if we assume tan theta, we can easily simplify it. Is that clear? So with experience, we learn something. Otherwise, you keep randomly substituting all the function. You may not able to get it reduced in the simple format. Like in this case, it is not a simple format which we can integrate. Okay. So let's take one more example, then it will be more clear. Try integrating this 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Anyone who want to suggest something? What to assume?
Taking x
Theta.
as fine.
Sorry, someone said something. Huh? What to assume?
Taking x as fine.
X is
Taking x as fine.
x as phi.
Sin theta.
Achha, sin theta. Okay. Very good. Very good. Anyone else?
Sir,
Ah,
we can do it with tan theta also, right?
tan theta now again the same problem will come. What was coming in previous case, if you take x as sin theta, same thing you will get in this situation if you take x as tan theta. I'll
Okay.
prove that. Sin is the better substitution. I'm not saying sin is the only substitution. I'm saying sin is the better substitution. When you substitute, you will see terms getting cancelled out and you will get in simplified format. Try once. Taking x is equal to sin theta.
Sir, I can take cos theta also, no, sir.
Cot theta
Cos
won't work.
theta.
Cos theta will work. Huh?
Cos theta, cos.
Cos theta will work. Either you take, that's what I'm saying. X is equal to sin theta is not the only substitution to make the function simple. There might be an other terms which we can use. But out of that, sin theta and cos theta, they are the simplest one. Similarly, in previous case, x is equal to tan theta is the simplest one.
Sir,
Okay.
sine inverse x plus c.
Sin inverse
integration.
x,
Plus
sin
c.
inverse x
Plus C.
plus c. If you are taking x is equal to sin theta. Okay. So I'll erase the previous one. Let's solve. Dx by d theta is cos theta. Dx is equal to cos theta d theta. Now let's substitute all these values. Integration 1 upon under root 1 minus sine square x or sine square theta, sorry. And in place of dx, I'll write cos theta d theta. Cos theta d theta. 1 minus sine square theta under root will give you cos theta, right? Cos theta. Numerator also we have cos theta. So it got reduced in a very simple format whose integration we know. Integration of d theta is theta only plus
Theta.
constant and theta
Sine inverse x
sin
plus c.
inverse. Someone was saying, what if I assume x is equal to cos theta? No harm. Dx is equal to minus sin theta d theta.
It is based on the trigonometric identities.
Right. So here I can write minus sin theta if I substitute dx.
Minus cos inverse x plus c. Sir.
So this will give me sin theta, sin theta, sin theta will get cancelled out. So this sin theta and this sin theta is getting cancelled out minus d theta. Its integration is minus theta plus c. In that case, I'll report the answer as sin inverse, sorry, cos inverse x plus c. Right? When we do the definite integral, then the value of c coming in both the cases will be different. So when this function get changed, the value of c will get adjusted accordingly. So when you are marking the answer in terms of some values, value will finally come same. Values, there won't be any difference. We have one value here, C1, let's this be C2. So when you substitute the limits, the single value which you are getting from here and here, they will be same. So this we will understand when we will be discussing definite integral, right? But I hope approach is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Anyone still having any doubt what to do when we substitute this or assume something else? Okay, now let's learn one more point. If I ask how to differentiate u into v function, or I write fx into gx function, or I say y is equal to e to the power x into sin x, how to differentiate? Anyone?
d by dx of u into v plus d by dx of v into u by v square.
We will take this out. We will differentiate this first,
First term.
and then I'll put plus, and then I'll take v out and differentiate u. Clear? Same way, if we want to integrate two function which is in the form of product, this is the rule for differentiation, right? So for differentiation we have one rule. Similarly, we have one rule for integration. Right now we are not getting into detail of the derivation of this. We need to understand how to integrate such type of function. So I'll call, like this way it is written, I'll call one as first function, another as second function. In differentiation, it does not make any difference whether you consider this as first function, this as second function, or this as first function, this as second function. But integration, it makes a big difference, because you can see here again you need to integrate the function. So you have to select first and second wisely so that this term can be integrated. Don't see the length of the expression. I'll make you understand the formula, right? So first point is, like, we have differentiation of two function in the product form. We have integration formula for product of two function, fx into gx. These are two different functions. This method is called by parts. The integration of two function which is in multiplication form is called by parts, right? This is the name. What we supposed to do, I'll take this term first, whatever I am considering first, I'll take this out. I'll integrate the second one. You can see here. Then I'll put minus sign. First one I'll differentiate. Second one I integrate. First one I differentiate. Second one I integrate. And then after doing all this, whatever coming in the final expression, that again we need to integrate. I can understand that this formula seems very big for you right now.
Sir, once again, can you explain?
I'll explain with the example. For time being, just look at the formula. Something is written here, something is written here. Let's take some example. If I am saying like x square into sin x is written. X square into sin x is written. If I consider this as first function, this as second function. So here I'll write x square, I'll write x square out, and then I'll integrate sin x. Then I'll put minus sign. And what I'll do, I'll differentiate the first function. F dash means differentiation. Dy by dx is also written this way. If y is equal to function of x, then differentiation is f prime x, f prime. So this term represents the differentiation. What is our first function? X square.
X square.
So of x square is 2x. 2x I'll add here. Then I need to integrate.
Sin x
Sin x, right?
minus cos x.
First I'll write everything. I'll write everything. Now if I simplify, this is x square
Into
sin x minus this sign will give you minus cos, correct?
minus cos x.
Here 2x,
2x square
this
by
sign will give again minus
minus cos
Minus
x.
cos x.
minus cos x. If I'm able to simplify second function, which is coming in this format, 2 minus minus will give me plus x cos x. Then I'll get the integration of this term. In physics, there will be very few problems which will be based on product of two function. So most of the time we are not going to use this formula. But in case if we have two function product coming and that function we need to integrate, then we will use this formula, right? Now you can visualize the situation. What we have to understand here, we may convert or we may assume fx and gx in such a way so that the term we are getting here can be integrated easily. Right now, again, the difficulty is x cos x integration, I don't know. So to integrate this one separately, again, I need to do by parts. So again, I need to apply this formula here.
Again, product rule.
Simplify this term. It might become a chain. You apply the formula, but the second term what we are getting, again that will come in the format which cannot be integrated. So again, this is in the form of product. We will again use the formula and we will solve. It might be possible that again the last term is cannot be integrated
Again,
directly.
product rule.
Again we will use the product rule. But generally what you get in physics, first of all, there will be very less chances that you will get product of two function. Even if you get product of two function, it might be reduced only in one step. That's why I'm saying don't see the length of the formula. Let's take one example. Let's take this example. Just now we have seen, na? See, just now we have seen that if I take x square sine x, our last term was like in this format, right? So how to integrate this? Let's see. This is our formula, right? Up, you have to use little logic to make it simple. If I take this as first function and this as second function,
Sir, cos x first function, x second function becomes easier, sir.
it will become difficult. It will become difficult. If this I take first and this I take second, then it will become easier. I'll prove that. Let's see. Okay, let's start. What format we have? X cos x. So first I'll take this x out. Then I need to integrate cos x minus sine. First function what I have taken, differentiation of x to the power 1 is 1 into here I need to put cos x dx, integration of cos x sin x minus 1 is 1 only, right? And this first I need to integrate this dx here, this dx here. So integration of this will give me sine. Look at the second term. You can easily simplify. Integration of sin s minus cos plus c. Answer. If same thing I try to do by assuming this as second and this as first, see, so according to the formula, this is cos x into x dx. This I am assuming first. So first I'll take out, this is cos x. This I need to integrate. So I'll write x dx, second term. Differentiation of first function. First function is cos. This differentiation will give me minus sign. So plus sign. And then inside integration, I am getting gx. Gx is our x. X dx. And then after doing this, I need to again integrate this. This is the formula. You look at the expression. Cos x integration will give you x square by 2. This integration. Now I'm done. Here, look at this. This will give you x square by 2 and then we still have sine left. X square by 2 into sine x that we need to integrate. So is this I cannot simplify now. This I cannot simplify. But see, if you consider this as first and this as second, in the last we got a very simplified format and we integrated this one. So what you considered first, what you considered second, it makes a lot of difference when it comes to product integration. I hope everyone understood the point.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will work on this formula in the next class as well. I hope up to this point everything is clear.